I wasn't looking when it found me. I was worn down to the bone. I had given up on hoping. I was tired and alone. But something moved across the water. Something called me by my name. And before I even answered, grace had already came. I didn't earn it, I didn't buy it, I didn't build it with my hands, but it found me in the wreckage when I couldn't even stand. Grace finds me every single time I fall. Grace finds me when I can't hear the call. I don't have to chase it down. I don't have to make a sound. Grace already knows my name. Grace finds me just the same. You have been there in the waiting. You have felt the silence grow. You have wondered if the promise was a seed that wouldn't show. But I'm telling you from something I have lived and walked and known. Grace does not forget your address. Grace will find you. You're not alone. You didn't earn it. You don't have to. You don't have to prove your worth. Chase it down. You don't have to make a sound. Grace already knows your name. Grace finds you just the same. It found me in my failure. It found me in my shame. It found me when I had nothing left, and it loved me just the same. It will find you in your silence. It will find you in your fear. Grace has never lost a single one, and it's never lost you, dear. Grace finds us every single time we fall. Grace finds us when we can't hear the call. Grace finds us in the lowest of our places. Grace finds us with the kindest of its faces. We don't have to chase it down. always find you too.
There is a story that I carry about the time I hit the wall, when every door I tried was closing and I didn't know who to call. I sat in quiet for a moment, too exhausted for a prayer, and something warm came through the silence, like a presence filling air.
I hadn't spoken, I hadn't asked it,
I hadn't even found the words,
but the answer was already moving.
Grace was coming, it had heard. Before I called,
You answered.
before I knocked, the door swung wide.
Before I even found the language,
Grace was already on its way.
before I called, You answered.
That's the kind of love you are. Before I could articulate my need, you had already crossed the yard. You know the feeling when you're drowning, but something pulls you to the light. You didn't know who sent it for you, but it showed up in your night. That was not coincidence or fortune. That was not the luck of the draw. That was something deeply faithful, something greater than the law. Yeah,
You hadn't asked it, you hadn't sought it,
you hadn't bowed your head to pray, but grace was already in the building. Grace was already on the way. Before you called,
it answered.
before you knocked, the door swung wide.
Before you even found the language,
Grace was already on its way. Before you called,
it answered.
that's the kind of love this is. Before you could articulate your need, you were already covered, you were held. Oh, I don't understand the mechanism, I just know the way it feels when you're certain you've been left alone, and grace comes in and heals, comes in quiet,
Comes in steady,
comes in when you run out of road. Before the prayer,
the answer.
before the sowing, the harvest shows. Before I called, before I asked, before I knew, grace already had me.
I have been to the bottom, I have sat in the dark, I have watched every candle slowly fade in my heart. I have questioned the silence, I have doubted the plan, and I've come back to tell you, grace met me where I am. Not at the surface, not in the easy, not when I had everything right. Grace found me in the deepest water. Grace found me in the darkest night. Found in the deep, found where the current runs cold. Found in the deep, found when I'd given my soul. Found when there was nothing left to offer. Found when I had nothing left to give. Grace came down into the deep and found me, and gave me back a reason to live. You may be in the deep place, you may not see the shore. You may have tried so many times, you don't know what to try for. But I want you to hear me from someone who has been there and stayed. The deep is not your final chapter. The deep is just where grace is made. Not at the surface, not in the comfortable, not when the answer is clear. Grace specializes in the deep places. Grace specializes in being here. Found in the deep, found where the current runs cold. Found in the deep, found when you've given your soul. Found when there is nothing left to offer. Found when you have nothing left to give. Grace comes down into the deep and finds you, and gives you back a reason to live. Oh, yeah. The water is not over you, the water is beneath you now. Something lifted you and carried you, even when you didn't know how. Even when you didn't know how. Found in the deep, we were found in the deep. We were found in the deep, where the faithful meet the broken, and the lost become the free. Found in the deep, we were always going to be found. Grace went all the way to the bottom, and He carried us back to the ground. I was found, you will be found. We are found. In the deep. to get the numbers right, thinking if I just worked harder, I could earn my way to life. But love doesn't run a balance sheet, and grace is not a debt to pay. And the thing that I kept chasing had already found its way. I could not outwork it, I could not out-earn it. I could not make myself more worthy than I already am. You don't have to earn this, you don't have to be more, you don't have to arrive here carrying something at the door. You don't have to earn this, you just have to receive the grace that has been given. Ask nothing but believe. You don't have to earn this, you don't have to try and try. Grace was already given long before you wondered why. Put the record down for a moment, stop counting every line, stop looking at the ledger. You were never falling behind. The one who made you knows you, the one who called you sees, and the love that first approached you was not based on your degrees. You cannot outperform it, you cannot out-achieve it. The grace that covers you completely has already been released. You don't have to earn this, you don't have to be more, you don't have to arrive carrying something at the door. You don't have to earn this, you don't have to earn this, you just have to receive the grace that has been given. It's nothing but believe. Let it go, let the striving go, let the proving go, let the needing to be enough go. You already are, you already are, you already are enough. Grace said so before you ever started. Grace said so. You don't have to earn this, you don't have to be more. We come exactly as we are, and grace meets us at the door. We don't have to earn this, we just have to receive the love that has been given freely. We were always meant to believe. Hey, hey, you don't have to earn it, it's already yours. Hey, hey, grace found you before you found the door.
I should not be standing here by any calculation. I should have been undone by now by circumstance and friction. But every time the ground gave way, something solid held my feet. Every time the storm came through, I found I would not be defeated.
I am not standing by my power,
I am not standing by my will.
something kept me through the fire.
Something holds me standing still.
Still standing
After everything I've been through,
still standing
this is what grace will do. Oh, oh, oh.
still standing
When the numbers didn't add up,
still standing
when the world had standing here. You have your own testimony. You have your own close call. The moment you were sure it was over, the moment before the fall. But here you are in this moment. Here you are reading this line. Whatever tried to take you out did not succeed. You survived.
You are not standing by your power.
You are not standing by your will.
Something kept you through the fire.
Something holds you standing still.
Still standing.
After everything you've been through, still standing.
Still standing.
This is what grace will do.
Still standing.
When your numbers didn't add up, still standing.
Still standing.
When your well had all but dried up, you should have been a story that ended in the fall. But grace said, I'm not finished, and that changed it all.
Still standing.
Grace kept you standing, still standing,
Still standing.
still standing here. Every scar has a story. Every wound has a name. Every season of breaking was a seed in the rain. You are the harvest of every hard-fought year. Grace held you through all of it, and grace still has you here. Still
Standing. Still standing.
grace did this. Still standing. And I will not stop
Standing. Standing.
Still standing. I know the things about myself that I would never say out loud. The private list of failures that I carry in a crowd. And sometimes I have wondered what you see when you see me, because I see it all so clearly. I see everything I shouldn't be. And yet you call me yours. And yet you opened all the doors. Undeserved and loved, that is what I am. Undeserved and loved, more than I understand. Not because of what I've done, not because I got it right, but because the grace that found me loved me fully in the night. Undeserved and loved, undeserved and held,
by the one who knows me well. You carry things that no one sees, the weight beneath the smile. You've been trying to earn something that's been yours for quite a while, and I want you to hear it from someone who has been right there. You are not a project to be finished. You are someone already rare, and still you are called worthy. And still you are held surely undeserved and loved. That is what you are, undeserved and loved, more than you know so far. Not because of what you've done, not because you got it right, but because the grace that found you loved you fully in the night. Undeserved and loved, undeserved and held, undeserved and still called worthy by the one who knows you well. Doesn't require my perfection. The love that holds me doesn't need my best performance. It just needs me. It just needs you, exactly as we are, undeserved and loved, from right here to every star. Undeserved and loved anyway. That is grace. That is grace.
I woke up this morning and something had shifted in the air. The weight that I was carrying somehow wasn't fully there. And I remember what I'd been told about the mercy that renews, that every single morning grace wipes clean the residue. New mercies, new morning, new reason to rise. New chapter, new canvas, same grace, brand new eyes. Every morning new, the grace arrives before the sun. Every morning new, the work of love is never done. Every morning new, you don't wake up to yesterday's dead. Every morning new, that is the promise, don't forget. Every morning new, every morning new, grace made sure morning, new reason to stand. New chapter, new canvas, grace has fresh plans. Every morning new, grace arrives before the sun. Every morning new, the work of love is never done. Every morning new, you don't wake up to yesterday's dead. Every morning new, that is the promise. Don't forget. I don't know what you faced last night. I don't know what kept you, but I know what meets you in the morning. I know the thing that's kept you. Grace runs ahead of every sunrise. Oh, grace clears the road before your feet. Every morning you have woken. Is the morning grace refused defeat. Every morning, grace is new. Every morning, to me and you. Wake up in it, walk in it, living it today. I spent years running after something I didn't know I already had. I was working for an approval that had long ago been clad. I was building up a portfolio of reasons to be loved, not knowing what I was looking for was already high above, already mine. I can stop now, I can breathe now, I can put the record down. What I was chasing was beside me, what I was seeking had been found. The chase is over, grace has always known my name. The chase is over, I don't have to play that game. The chase is over, I was found before I started running. The chase is over, come and rest. The chase is over, you were loved before you knew it. The chase is over, come and rest. You have been running for so long now, you forgot what still feels like. You have been proving and improving, and you've forgotten why you fight. But there is a place beyond the striving, there is a table set for you, where the only thing required is to sit down and receive what's true. You can stop now, you can breathe now, you can put the record down. What you were chasing is beside you, what you were seeking has been found. The chase is over, grace has always known your name. The chase is over, you don't have
ever wanted. You, the chase is over. Sit down, be held. You are already found. The chase is over. The chase is over.
When the arrows came for me, something turned them in the air. When the plan was set against me, someone else had been there. When the storm moved in my direction, something stood between the wind. I did not dodge the battle, I walked through it. Covered, I was covered. Covered in the morning, covered in the morning, covered in the night, covered in the warfare, covered in the fight, covered when I knew it, covered when I didn't see. The grace that is upon me has been covering me. Covered, I am covered by a love I can't explain. Covered, I am covered through the fire and the rain. What was meant to be my ending became my testimony instead. Covered, I am covered. What was aimed directly at my life somehow always landed over my head. Covered. Oh, you have felt the arrows coming. You have felt the weight of it. You have wondered how you made it through the seasons, pit by pit. But I am here to tell you something from the other side of through. The thing that seemed to target you was never greater than what covers you. Covered in the morning, covered in the night, covered in the night, covered in your weakness, covered in your fight, covered when you knew it, covered when you couldn't see. The grace upon your life has been covering you completely. Looking back across the distance, all the ground that I've covered, all the years of trying and learning, all the seasons of recovery, I can see a thread of faithful running through the whole of it. Every mile I ever traveled, something held the lamp and lit it. Faithful over the mountain, faithful over the valley, faithful in the confusion, faithful when I didn't call it. Grace was faithful over every mile, faithful over miles. Grace was faithful over miles. When I couldn't see the next step, grace was faithful over miles. Through the winters and the long roads, through the nights that had no dawn, grace was faithful over every mile. Over every mile I have come, and I will not stop declaring what it's done. There are miles ahead of you still. There are roads you haven't walked yet. There are seasons still unopened, and a future not yet set. But I want to give you something from the journey I have made. Grace that has been faithful over all my past will be faithful for your miles ahead. Oh, faithful over the mountains you haven't climbed yet, faithful over the valley you haven't entered yet. Grace will be faithful over every mile ahead, faithful over miles. Grace will be faithful, faithful over miles. When you cannot see the next step, grace will be faithful over miles. Oh, through the winters and the long roads, through the nights that have no dawn, grace will be faithful. Oh, over every mile. I have miles in me marked by the faithful, miles where I should have stopped and something carried me, miles where the road ran out and a new one appeared. Grace built the path, grace held the light. Grace has been faithful for every mile, for every oh, faithful, faithful, mile after mile. Oh, grace was faithful, faithful, and it always will be over every mile. Mm.